Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Miles Cunningham. Shout out to Monogamous Player in the chat. All right. Peace to everybody, man. Remember, hit that if you want to donate, you know what I'm saying? Hit that Miles in the game. $ Miles in the game. $ Miles in the game on Cash App. All right. $ Miles in the game on Cash App, guys. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about beware of conditional love. Beware of conditional love. It is very important that you understand what you're getting yourself into as far as these relationships. A lot of us, even the guys that worry about that looks, money, status stuff, they don't realize that what they're dealing with is conditional love. They're dealing with conditional situations where a chick is only messing with you because you have money. A chick is only messing with you because of your status. A chick is only messing with you because, as far as your looks, like you might be 6 feet tall. You understand? Like, but if that were to change, would they still be fucking with you? You understand? Now, a lot of guys, they may not really care, but it still matters. It still matters. But y'all know what it is. I got to do what I got to do first before we can really get into the game and talk some more about that. So let me find the thing. All right, here we go.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than 2 genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only 2 genders. Only 2 genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You'd be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, but
the bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
Don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I want to have intercourse with you. Yeah, intercourse with you.
Relations. Yeah. Man. So shout out to all the people in chat. We got Monogamous Player, Certified Tyrone, Kid 420, Sean Light, Brandon Webb, Focus All Day. Phone lines are open, guys. Let me get the banner up so y'all could hit that phone line. You know what I'm saying? Get the Looks Don't Matter book. It's out right now. It's ebook. Looks Don't Matter ebook. Make sure y'all get up on that because we got that out. Shout out to Lucario. coming out with the Looks Don't Matter ebook. All right. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about, guys, real quick is remember to call in. The call in number is 516-387-1224. The topic, I don't know if I had that much to say about the topic, but I just wanted to talk about it real quick, because a lot of people, I don't even know if people know what conditional love or unconditional love is anymore. You understand? Like, man, because you look at society today and you look at certain things out here, and you got you got certain people having kids for conditional reasons, like, chicks getting pregnant because they're looking for a check, they're looking for child support, or they trying to, they're trying to get to the bag, or they're trying to, get somebody who's a professional athlete pregnant. So it's like, man, is there any such thing as unconditional love anymore? I remember back in the day where people used to talk about unconditional love, where it's like, I'll love you no matter what, like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, I still have a certain love for you. I still fuck with you. Like, you could have that uncle that's a drunk, but you still love him, even though he drinks all the time and he be talking out his ass. But you still love him. You got that person that, they might be wrong, or they might be, they might go to jail. They might be a felon. They might be a drug dealer. They might be this. They might be that. But you still love them, but nowadays it seems like everything is conditional. Everything is conditional. And it comes back to the love that we have for ourselves as well. A lot of us, we don't have a certain level of love for ourselves, or even respect or confidence in ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves because we might not be at a certain level in life, right? Where we might not be making a certain amount of money. We might not have, a certain level of skill to talk to women. We might not look a certain way. We might not have some sort of status or whatever. So we have this issue with ourselves, and we feel a certain way about ourselves. And it's something that needs to be looked at, because the only way you can love someone else unconditionally is if you love yourself unconditionally. A lot of us, we want to wait for certain things to happen before we realize the love that we have for ourselves. Like a lot of guys will be like, oh, well, should I wait, or should I hold off on dealing with women until I get my money up? Or should I hold off on dealing with women until I, get to a certain point? And it's like, man, the person who you are, like, if let's just say you were exactly who you really wanted to be, does that person have a woman in their life? Does that person have a girlfriend or a wife or something like that? Yes, that person does. So that means you have to work on the skill as you grow. It's not the type of thing where you can hold off on working on the skill, and then once you get to a certain place, then you find yourself, then you go talk to women, or then you go holler at women. You understand? Or a lot of people say, when I do this thing, then I'm gonna eat healthier. Or when I do this thing, then I'm gonna stop eating McDonald's, right? Or when I move into this apartment, that's when I'm gonna go to the gym. And it's like, nah, you could do exercise now. You could do push-ups now. You could do burpees now. You could run up and down the stairs. You could take a walk around the block. You understand what I'm saying? Like, see, the thing with conditional and unconditional love, the reason why it's such a big deal, or it could be a big deal, is because a lot of us, we don't make choices based off of honesty. We make choices based off of conditions, right? So we decide to do what's best for us if this other thing happens, right? And then if that other thing doesn't happen, then we can blame that other thing for not happening as to why we made the decision that we made. You understand? And that's the heaviness of it. That's the importance of it. So when I talk about, conditional love and unconditional love, what I'm talking about is making a choice based on honesty, right? So if you say, so in the traditional sense of the word, a real mother's love might be the only real tangible unconditional love, in my opinion. And you could be you could be right. Brandon Webb, you could be right. But I'll say this. If you really up on game, and if you really understand certain things about life, and you're grateful for your existence, I feel like unconditional love of self is where you got to start. Unconditional love of self is where you have to start, meaning that you love yourself when you're down, and you love yourself when you up. That's and when you love yourself, that's why validation don't matter. Because if you love yourself when you down, and people are clowning you and shitting on you, and you still love yourself, them clowning on you and shitting on you can't affect you. And if you love yourself when you up, if excuse me, if somebody gives you a compliment, that shouldn't affect you either. Because if you loved yourself throughout the whole time, you coming to give me a compliment when I'm up, or you coming to celebrate with me when I'm up, that doesn't mean nothing to me, because I always appreciated my life. I've always appreciated what's the opportunity. Because I keep telling y'all listen to this. There's this dude named Earl Nightingale, and he was doing motivational videos and audios and shit back when you had to buy the shit on a record. You understand? He was doing motivational speeches when TV was still in black and white. And he told you, he said, success is not a destination or a particular goal of achievement. Success is a choice. Right. So again, it still goes back to unconditional love, where you make the choice to love something, or you make the choice to do something, not based on a condition, but based on an honest choice, meaning that you're doing it not for another reason. You're doing it because that's what you honestly want to do. You understand? You honestly want to do it. So you make the choice for success. So once you make the choice for success, the only thing that stands in between your decision and the actual destination of the goal is time and work, time and effort, time and energy. You understand? This is why we tell you guys to know who you are before you step into any situation, whether it be with a female or anything else in life. Because knowing who you are is going to be the blueprint for you to understand the choices that you make and why you made the choices. You understand? Because when you love and you choose unconditionally, you're not doing it for any other reason other than an honest desire to get something done, an honest choice that you've made. You understand? So when you make that honest choice, everything that you do from that point on is based on untainted motivation. Is based on something that that means something to you, and because you love you made the choice, and you love whatever it is you love, meaning your desire and the choice that you made unconditionally. That means there's nothing there to stop you. There's nothing there to stop you from moving forward. You understand? Have you ever heard of the saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, right? A part of what that means is that there's no condition that will stop you from moving in the direction that you're trying to move. You understand? So so me loving photography, I've been taking pictures since I was 3 years old, and I've always loved photography. And I've been in some crazy situations doing photography where it was hot, it was uncomfortable. I had to walk and do crazy shit and carry equipment and do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm doing weddings where I'm getting up at 7:00 in the morning and I'm working till 12 at night, on my feet all day, feet hurting. I'm getting delirious with pain almost. One time I did a wedding, and when I took my shoes off, my feet was blistered. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. I had knee soreness for days. But the pictures came out dope though, because me making the choice to do photography for that wedding, the choice was based on an unconditional love that I have for the craft of photography. So there was nothing that was going to stop me from completing my task of taking all the pictures for that wedding. As long as I had energy in my body, and as long as my camera equipment continued to work and my batteries was charged, I was able to do my job. I was able to complete the task. You understand? And that's because of unconditional love. And the reason why I say beware of conditional love is because a lot of times we put ourselves in situations based on a conditional love of things. Right. So a lot of guys, you have guys out there, they're like, oh, well, I'm only going to wife a chick if her body count is this much, or I'm only going to do this if she's Asian, or I'm only going to do this if she's a baddie, or I'm only going to do this if she's at least an 8 out of 10. You understand? And we have to be careful as to the motivations as to why we make these decisions, as to why we say we love things, as to why we say we want to do things, because the thing is that once you place a condition on your choices, once you place a condition on your love, what you're saying is that somewhere out there's a reason to stop what you're doing. Somewhere out there's a reason for you to basically give up. Somewhere out there's a reason for you to fail ultimately. You understand? So, when I talk about conditional love, I'm just not talking about the love between a man and a woman in relationships. I'm talking about conditional and unconditional love when it comes to yourself and the things you want out of this life and the choices that you're going to make for your life and how you're going to conduct your life and the things you're going to do and the choices you're going to make in general. You understand? A lot of times, people call up all the time and they're asking all these different questions about relationships. And when it really comes down to it, the reason why they made the choice was not because it was actually what they really wanted in the first place. Right? Like sometimes these guys call up and they say, oh, well, I let this girl, shout out to Chris, but I let this girl flake on me and waste my time. And then so you ask them and it's like, bro, is that really what you wanted? And the truth is no. Right? Got it. Somebody put a question here. The truth is no. But there was some type of condition that stopped him from paying attention to what he truly wanted. What a person truly wants, what a person truly desires is equal to love, basically, right? What you truly want and what you truly desire is equal to love. But when you love conditionally, whenever those conditions come up, they can easily take you off your path. They can easily get you to switch directions. They can easily get you to fail. They can easily get you to stop moving in the direction that you're really trying to move in. You understand? So that's why you have to be careful about conditions, because like I said, you have the guy who's like, yo, my goal is to not let none of these females waste my time, or I ain't letting none of these females ghost me. I ain't letting none of these females put me in some type of position that I don't want to be in. Right. And then the next girl he meets is a quote unquote baddie. So he says to himself, well, I know she's being iffy, and I know she said maybe, and I know she's not responding to my text like that, but she's a baddie, so I'm gonna keep trying. You see what I'm saying? That is that's a condition. That's a condition that allows him to fail. Because the truth in what he wants is to meet women that are going to respect his time, that are not going to flake, that are going to treat him with respect, and that he's going to be able to get along with. But now, because he met this one chick and his conditional choice, his choice was based on a condition that if she's a baddie, then I'm not going to follow when I said at first. I'm not going to follow the desire to meet women that are going to respect my time. So she's a baddie. So conditionally speaking, I can make a different choice. You understand? So now I'm going to double text her. I'm going to set up the date, even though I know she's not really responding. And then she's going to flake. She's going to ghost. She's going to do this. And then then what I do, I'm going to sit here and complain. I'm going to sit here and blame women for flaking. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the type of trouble that you could get yourself into if you're not smart and if you don't understand making these choices based on conditions. You understand? We can't make choices. Well, I mean, shit, everybody going to do what they're going to do. But you have to understand that making choices based on conditions is what's going to get you in trouble. Is going to get you in trouble. Because if you don't understand the honest reason behind the choices that you make, then once a certain condition comes up, then that will allow you to change directions. That will allow you the possibility, the true possibility of failure. You understand what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about that real quick. It's you hear it almost every time somebody calls in. They're doing things not because they truly want to do it, but because they think that's what they're supposed to do. And the reason why they think that's what they're supposed to do is because they're allowing conditions to change their mind. They're allowing certain conditions to change the trajectory of their decision making and their actions. You understand? But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. If y'all want to call in, y'all could call in. I got a couple questions in the chat that I'm gonna get to. Harvey Williams says, should a man love everyone and everything unconditionally? If so, then how can you do that without being taken for a ride? This is a very good question, Harvey. So I'm gonna read it again. So it says, should a man love everyone and everything unconditionally? If so, then how can you do this without being taken for a ride? Okay. So the thing is, it all goes back to what I was talking about, which is loving yourself first unconditionally. Because if you love everyone and everything unconditionally, then you also love yourself unconditionally. Right. And because you're you and you have to make choices regarding yourself first, you can love everything and everyone unconditionally, but you have to make the choices starting with you. The choices that you make in reference to everyone and everything that you love has to start with you. So if it doesn't work with you, then you have to move accordingly. You understand? Even though you love something, if it doesn't coincide with your actual desires, your unconditional love for yourself, then it's not going to work. And you have to be honest about that. And that's what I'm saying. Some people are not honest about that. Some people think that they're making choices for themselves, but they're truly making choices to make other people happy because they thinking that they love other people and other things unconditionally. And you can love something unconditionally, but will you allow it to stop what you need to happen? That's the question. You understand? And the thing is, the unconditional love you have for yourself, that comes first. I got the selfish t-shirts and all that shit. That shit comes first. But we got a call. Let me take this call real quick. 646, you're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's up?
Hey, what's good, Miles? It's Shia from Brooklyn.
Oh, shit, Shia from Brooklyn. Did you donate, though?
Oh, shit. Actually, I didn't donate yet.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look, it's
I wasn't sure if it was a donate show.
Yeah, it's a donate show, man. It's on the thumbnail, my nigga. But anyway, it's dollar sign Miles in the game when you get a chance. It's not that hard. It's the Cash App is $ Miles in the game. All right.
I'm a donate for sure.
All right, appreciate you, man. But what's going on? What's on your mind?
I was just listening to your, what you were saying about unconditional love. So I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't you think? I mean, I would assume that I don't think in the context of a relationship that a woman can love unconditionally or a man, but it seems like you said that it is possible. Could you explain why it's possible?
You said why it's possible to love someone unconditionally?
For example, if like I'm in a relationship with let's say my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
I can love her, but it's only under the condition that she's following what I'm asking her to do, under the condition that she's actually being submissive. But the moment that she stops, I'm not really gonna love her because I'm. It's like she's not listening, and she's like not who I want her to be. And I think the same would go for a woman. Once the guy is not really acting masculine, she's gonna change the way that she felt about him. She may have had loved him before, but she's gonna fall out of love.
Right.
So can you just elaborate? How can a man love a woman unconditionally, or a woman love a man unconditionally?
Well, see, all right, this is something that a lot of people have trouble with, right? Where you see loving something and loving someone is different from the day-to-day choices of action. If you
Okay.
get what I'm saying. So, okay, you can love anything and everyone, but that doesn't mean you have to necessarily like do things for them. Because like for example, I feel like I have love for everybody on this planet. You understand what I'm saying? But I can't like give everybody money. I can't cook for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's only so much you can do for anybody, period. I mean, shit, there's only so much you can do for yourself. But the thing with love is that love starts with you. You understand? Love starts with you. And when you're honest about what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish, then what happens is you begin to make choices in reference to other people, but it's based on the love that you have for yourself. You understand?
Okay.
So for example, if you're with a girl and she starts to act differently towards you, right? Things might change between you and her, but the question still comes back to why did she start acting differently towards you? And because if you loved yourself unconditionally, then how and why didn't she know already how she needed to act to be in your life? Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, it's kind of like this. A company, let's use the example of a company, right? A company, as you know, think of yourself as a company. Now the company says we are looking to be the best company we're trying to be. And based on that information, we realize that if we start work at 8 a.m. sharp and work all the way to 6 p.m., that is the best possible course of action for the best outcome for our company, right? Right. Okay. Now, anybody who wants to come to work at the company, what do they have to do?
Come to work at that time.
Exactly. So you have to understand that the company has made a decision based on the love that they have for themselves as a company to be successful, right? They've made a decision based on that love, and that decision is honest, and that decision is unconditional. Okay? So now the chick comes to work for my company, and she start coming in at 8:30 every day. I might have love for her, but she doesn't fit in with this company. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like she, and and the thing is, it's not really about love. That is about choices. Now she knows that coming in at 8 o'clock is what she's supposed to do. But if she's coming in at 8:30, she's not dealing. She's not like she's not really paying attention to what I have going on. So at that point, it's not even love. You understand what I'm saying? It's more like, well, okay, well, you love yourself, and I respect that, but you can't work here anymore. And it's not that I don't love you, but you just can't work here anymore. You understand? Because this company has already made a choice based on that. Now, if she comes into the company saying that she wants to work here and her choice, her honest choice, her honest unconditional choice is to work here, what is she going to do?
Follow directions and, you know.
Exactly. You understand? Because look, if she comes here and she starts coming in at 8:30, she wants to work here under the condition that I change my time from 8 to 8:30. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can't do that because I love myself first. I love myself first. Now, I don't have any less love for her, but it's just that we realize that she doesn't fit into the equation. She can't work here because work starts at 8. She's coming in at 8:30. You understand? And shit, I'll write you a reference or whatever you need from me, but you can't work here though. You understand? So again, it has to do with having unconditional love for yourself first, and then from that foundation, that's when you can choose the right people to be a part of your company and so on and so forth. You understand?
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Yeah,
a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you have to fall out of love, so to speak? Let's say in the context of a relationship.
Well,
Are
that's
you
what.
just supposed to love the woman unconditionally?
No, well, that's
No
what I'm
matter what?
saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to necessarily fall out of love, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you work in my company and fuck it up.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that. Right.
Because I mean, shit. I want you to be successful. I want you to make, as the company, right? I want you to be successful. I want you to make money. I want you to have money in your pocket so you can, so you can eat and pay your rent. I wouldn't want to see you out on the street or nothing like that. I don't wish you bad. You understand? But I love myself first. Like my focus is the success of this company. You understand? Right. So if you claim that your focus is the success of this company, like how I said my focus is the success of the company, then that means you're going to come into the situation doing what you're supposed to do. You understand? If you do something different, then ultimately you're showing me that you don't belong here. It's not that see love is more of a universal thing. It almost has nothing to do with like the choices on a day-to-day basis. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
However, when I say that love is unconditional, you have to have things set in place for yourself. So when people do come into your life and they claim that they have unconditional love for you, it's almost seamless. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is why good relationships work, because there's at least one person in the relationship that has an unconditional love for themselves and knows exactly what they want and is not willing to take any conditions that may lead to failure. You understand?
Okay.
It's kind of like the difference between, a person who has a very tight knit circle of friends where they may only have 2 or 3 like real good best friends that they hang out with. And then you have those people who they have, 15, 20 people who they call friends. You understand? Where it's like, I know who I am so much to the point that I can only have a few people in my tight knit circle. Because once I start allowing the conditions to be flexible, yeah, I can bring more people into my cipher, but that means I'm being flexible with the conditions of all my desires and the love that I have for myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's it can be it can be a very like touch and go topic. It's not the easiest thing to explain, but the bottom line is to be honest with yourself. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, no.
You understand? The bottom line, the whole thing with unconditional love is to make choices based on honesty, not to make choices based on trying to keep people around you. You understand?
Okay.
But because a lot of us look at love and we look at certain things and we're like, oh, well, you might fall in love and then you might fall out of love. But I mean, I think it's not a lack of love. It's just understanding who's supposed to be here and who's not supposed to be here. And I can still love you and decide that you're not supposed to be here.
Right. I mean, what you're saying, I mean, it makes sense. Like, for example, in the context of like a father loving his child or something, or his
Right.
daughter,
Right.
like he can, or his son, like, because, a very, I guess, strict dad, he's going to give consequences if the child needs, some sort of structure
Right.
or discipline.
Right.
So it may seem mean to the child, or he may even kick out his child and say, listen, you got to leave. You can't stay here.
Right.
But he still loves his child.
Exactly.
Even though, you understand?
Right.
It seemed like he don't, but he do. He actually really loves his child because he's doing what needs to happen.
Right. Exactly.
For himself and
for
So
himself
I get
and
it
for the
in that
other person.
context, yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's you see, love is, and a lot of times that's what a lot of us forget about. See, the concept of love is truly like one of the most complicated things ever. You understand? Because, all right, for example, even if you want to use the situation of, you being with a girl and then her not doing what you wanted to do, and then you realize that you have to let her go. I don't know if I would say that you necessarily like don't love her anymore or you fell out of love with her. But check this out. You allowing her to go to the freedom to go someplace else. That's also a level of love, because you're giving her the freedom to find out more about what's going on in the world. You understand? Because to use, to go back to the simple example of the company and being at work at 8:00, it's like, well, hey, you can't work here because you don't want to come to work at 8:00. So I give you the freedom to go find another job. You understand what I'm saying? Now, check this out. She might go find another job, so to speak, and that job might be the perfect place for her. You understand? As far as her career goals and the amount of money that she wants to make, and, coming to work at 8:30, like how she really wants to. And that might put her in a place of true happiness, because that might get her closer to the unconditional love that she has for herself. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So there's a level of like, love also comes with sacrifice, because I could love somebody, but if they're not really down with my program, I have to let them go. You see, it could, you claim you don't want somebody to leave you, but that might actually be a function of hate, because what if deep down they're actually unhappy being with you, and they might be more happy with somebody else, and you never allowed them the freedom to go find somebody else, or to go see the possibilities of being with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they stay in your life, is that truly love? You understand? Like it's so many situations where two people are together, right? And then they break up, and a month later, the dude is getting, he got his life together. He got off drugs, and he got a career, and he's about to get married. And then the girl, she met somebody, and he's a successful guy, and she's moving to another state and buying a big house. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like,
right.
Like love is more of, to me, when it all comes down to it, love is more of a consciousness and a choice that begins with you. You understand? But when you let conditions taint your motivation of love, that's when you basically make the wrong choices for yourself. And then you imagine you force a girl to stay in your life and she's not good for you and you not good for her, but you call it love. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No. And yeah, to your point, like, I think if you know that your program works and you know it needs to be done to have a successful relationship or a successful business,
Right.
if you let them go, I mean, you should be able to let them go so that they can find out on their own that, hey, I'm going to bump my head. I'm going to make my own mistakes. And I'm really going to find out who actually loves me. You
Right.
understand?
Exactly.
Because you may find out that you let them go and they come right back to you.
Sometimes they
understand?
come back too. Yeah, sometimes they come back because sometimes they need to go learn something to develop into the person that they need to be for you, and vice versa. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And yeah, that's important, is learning how to let them go, because like you said, they sometimes need to learn and then they'll understand later on. That's usually what happens.
Right.
Most people will find out later on really who loves who, who the real people are.
Exactly.
Later on.
Exactly. Nah, that's facts. Hey, are you? Did this have anything to do with that shorty that that kind of left the situation, or how's that going right now?
Well, she didn't leave. She's still in the picture. Well, as you know, women are emotional, so she came that day to bring my suitcase and
Emotional damage.
She came to bring your suitcase.
Kick me out, right? All right. So I had clothes over there. I had a key for her apartment, and I had clothes in a drawer.
Okay.
So she packed up all my stuff, my toothbrush, my charger, and all this stuff. A little bit petty, like, but whatever. She brought it in a suitcase.
Okay.
And she's like, all right, I'm gone. Then I ended up kind of, just talking to her a little bit more when she was literally just trying to bring my stuff and leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just a big misunderstanding. She thought that I was ignoring her because I was busy and I wasn't responding a lot to her messages. So after she realized that I was literally busy and I'm not going to respond to every single text you send,
mm-hmm.
then it kind of got back to normal. And, I was by her literally last night. So that's still kicking, but she's still not fully invested because she knows that I am not talking to I'm not just talking to her.
Right.
So she still is not giving 100%, but she's still definitely submissive overall, not disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think what you're saying is true about her. I may have to let her go at some point,
right?
Because she's still always talking about, I don't know if I can just be with you knowing that you're talking to other women.
Yes.
So, and listen, I'm gonna keep it honest. I do like her. I do like being around her.
Oh, but I know. Yes.
Like,
know.
as you said, I like her enough. I wouldn't say, but I like her enough to let her go.
Right.
So that she can see what's out there. And I'm pretty sure once she sees what's out there, she's going to think about the way that I treat her and the amount of game that I put on her, and she's going to come right back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen at some point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, good luck with that. I mean, don't bet on it necessarily, but I mean, it could happen. It could happen. But see, okay. How old is she?
She is 34.
She's 34. She got kids already?
No kids.
Oh.
Nope. She's a doctor. She's a doctor. She has an IUD device.
She wants kids.
She's not trying to get she's not trying to get pregnant because she literally is finishing up her residency. So,
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying she's trying to play it safe. Yeah.
But does she ultimately want kids and marriage and all that?
That's what she said. Yes, that's what she
Mm.
said.
Well, see,
Well, listen,
what she's doing. What she's doing is she's compromising her love for herself with conditions. Because if she was being totally honest with herself, I don't know if she would really be with you, unless deep down that's not what she want, and what she want is actually you. You understand? I mean, I don't know. I can't make the choice for her. I could only tell by her actions. But there's a part of her that wants you, and there's a part of her that wants the other thing.
yeah, I think she never really met someone like me. So it's like she thinks she knows what she wants, but when she comes face to face with what she actually needs, you understand, then it's conflicting. And again, I'm learning from guys like you, Lucario, etc.,
Right.
and I'm just trying to apply all of those principles, and that's keeping her like there, because it's like she thinks she knows what she wants, but again, I'm giving her that real raw, that masculinity, that leadership,
Right.
consistency, and she doesn't want to let go completely, but she's always bringing up the fact that, hey, I don't know if this is gonna work because you're talking to other women, and I want to settle down. And
man, tell her get the hell out of here. Tell her go marry another doctor, nigga.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work.
That shit ain't gonna work,
man.
Because he don't got that game, man. This game takes work. It takes time and effort.
Right.
It takes time and effort. So, that's what it is. I mean, I just think she's selfish, honestly. As I think a lot of women are selfish.
Oh yeah. A lot of women are very emotionally
about
selfish with the ego shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. Trust me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Trying to say what she wants, but it ain't real. It's not realistic.
Right.
And I told her, Miles, listen, you want a husband and kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked, you want kids? I'm like, who's going to raise these kids?
Mm-hmm.
You're a doctor. You are working a lot, and you can be on call even when you're at home.
Mm.
So when are you going to find the time to raise this kid or these kids that you want?
Right.
She's like, well, you can. I'm like, I ain't raising these. I did that once already for my son. And no, I'm like, you need to figure out who's going to raise your kids, because if you're talking about a nanny, why would you want to have a child to just put that on a nanny? Like,
right.
You need to spend time with your kids.
Right.
And then on top of that, I'm like, you want to be a wife, but what time do you have to actually put in to be a wife?
Right.
Like how are you going to, your time is going to be mostly used up with your work. Man,
that's crazy.
Who's giving you a lifelong quote unquote commitment.
Right.
So what is he getting in return for marrying you and being only with you?
Right.
Only with you, and you don't have that much time. Now, she may have some money, and that could be fine, but that is not going to be the end all be all. Just
right.
I can buy you whatever you want. That can work, but not really. I don't know. I don't really know.
Man,
I don't know about that.
See, what she needs to do is she needs to find out who she really is, man. Because she probably been, medicine is heavy on the studying, and she's been trying to become a doctor for so long that I don't think she ever explored what she's trying to become as far as a woman and as far as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of conflicting choices with everything you're saying about, her trying to be a wife, her trying to be a doctor, her trying to be a mother. And then she's trying to bring it to you where it's like, oh, I like you, but I don't know if I could be with you if you're doing this and you're doing that. It's like, yeah, you can't really even begin to try to, like, you can't tell me what to do with my life anyway, as a man. But you really can't tell me, since you don't really know what you're trying to do with your life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she really, from what you're telling me, it don't sound like she has a complete. Okay, basically what I'm saying is, as far as the topic of the show, as far as talking about conditional or unconditional love, she has too many conditions going on in her life. You understand? So she has no idea where the love for herself actually begins. Like the one thing that she actually has going on is that, at least she's in the end game of actually becoming a doctor, which is a good thing for her career wise. But as far as the rest of it, there's no like, it's not stable. It's really not stable. You understand? Like, being a doctor and you are probably the two most stable things she has in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
So, I mean, bro, but again, the best thing you can do is just to continue to be you. Just continue to be you, do what you're doing, and let her make her own damn mind up to if she wants to be with you or not. You understand what I'm saying? You can't force it, and you can't, you have to love her enough to give her the choice to do what she gonna do, learn whatever lessons she need to learn. If she needs to leave you, then let her leave you. If she needs to leave and then come back, then see what happens if she come back, like whatever. But the bottom line is you can't change. Like, you can't allow any of the conditions in her life to affect the unconditional love that you have for yourself, is what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
I appreciate I donated, so yeah.
I appreciate you, bro, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for donating. And
right.
I'm gonna get with you soon. All right, bro. Be safe out there.
All right, thanks. Take care.
All right, peace, bro. That's my man Shia from Brooklyn. Yeah. So 561, you're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's going on with you?
Hey Miles, how's it going? I just want to make sure. Is it Miles in the Game? That's the one I donated to.
Yeah, $ Miles in the Game. Miles in the Game. Okay. Yeah, Miles with an S.
Perfect. I got that right here.
All right, beautiful. Thank you, man.
All right, yeah, I just sent that to you. No problem.
Appreciate you, man.
So my question is, there's a saying where people say opposites attract, and there's also people that say relatability, where attracts like girls, like when you relate to another woman. So what's like more? Is there a balance between the two, or like what's more valid?
All right, say that one more time. I apologize. Say that one more time.
No, yeah, no problem. So people say opposites attract. So I'm assuming they mean like when somebody is like has completely opposite. Like let's say I'm more of like a laid back, cool kind of guy, and the other girl's more like energetic and talkative and dramatic. But then there's also like when you relate to the girl on a intimate level, as far as how your upbringing was and stuff like that. Like, what's more? Do both of them apply to seduction and attraction, or is it more, does one lean into it more than the other?
Well, okay, you have to understand, like, sayings are just what they are. They're just sayings, bro. They're really just sayings. What I believe, as far as the saying opposites attract, I believe that, as people, we're all like puzzle pieces. So that means there are parts of us that are strong, and there are parts of us that are weak. Right. And if we're trying to move to a common goal, sometimes we need to find a person who has the qualities that we're weak in, and also weak in the qualities that we're strong in. You get what I'm saying? So then we're able to fit together.
I'm sorry, Miles. Can you repeat that one more time? It's just my service is a little bit.
Okay. No, I was saying that sometimes in order for things to work, two people, if they understand what they're weak in, like if they have qualities that are weak, they find a person that has those strong qualities, and vice versa. You understand? So like, for example, if I'm weak with money management, it would be good for me to find a woman that knows how to manage money. You understand? Or if I'm not very emotional and I'm trying to get with a person to start a family, it would make sense if I get with a woman that has more emotional tendencies, right? So we can balance that out in the house when we start the family and we have kids and stuff like that. You understand? So when I look at a saying, the old saying like opposites attract, that's what I think it means on a practical level. You understand? Where if there are things that I'm missing, and I get that, I get that from another person based on the direction that we're trying to go in. You understand? But what I think personally is I don't really subscribe to those type of sayings. I think people should try their best to be as complete as possible. I think we should always be seeking balance within ourselves. So and anything that we're weak in, we should always be working on. You understand? So if we're strong in something, then we accept that about ourselves. But if we're weak in something, we also accept that about ourselves. But we also accept the fact that we got to put in work. Not that we have to go find somebody to supplement that. You get what I'm saying?
Right. We gotta find that in ourselves, that balance. We don't gotta look into the women to help with that, but they can if they do have that stronger
quality,
like something that's weak on our side that
right.
they have.
Yeah, they can, but it's not a requirement. You understand? It's not a requirement. And I think that's where a lot of guys go wrong, because I mean, in general, I think that's where a lot of people go wrong in general, because they get into relationships and they have something missing within them. You understand? Like you see, you have some people who are weak in certain areas of life, but then you have some people who those areas are straight up missing, like non-existent, right? And because they know that, instead of working on it, they try to find somebody to fill that void. You understand? And that's where a lot of people get into trouble, because when you meet somebody and then you start to depend on them to fill a void inside you, that's when you become needy. And that's when you don't really focus on becoming the best version of yourself. You focus on the other person fulfilling, something inside you that should have been there to begin with. You understand? And then those same missing pieces of you get transferred into your children if you end up starting a family with that person, and so on and so forth. And then you have arguments, right? Because there's certain weaknesses, and you're depending on somebody to fulfill a void at all times. So you're acting needy, right? And then sometimes the person feels, there are times when your partner or your girlfriend or your wife or whoever you're dealing with, they might feel weak, right? But you're always dependent on them to fulfill some type of void. And in their time of weakness, how can they fulfill a void for you? And then that's when the arguments and misunderstandings and resentments begin. You understand?
Right. So let's say if it's in the woman's, let's say the woman's trying to fill a void. It's not my job to fill that void, but if I do have that stronger quality that she's missing, that does attract her, right?
Exactly. Because look, ultimately the quality that she is missing is masculinity. You understand what I'm saying? And the quality that you're missing is feminine. You understand? And because you're a man, feminine energy can only be a compliment to you because you are a man. You get what I'm saying? So feminine is so feminine. When you meet a woman, her feminine energy is going to affect you in the way where it's going to inspire you to be even more masculine. You understand? It's going to inspire you to be a better version of yourself. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it's a compliment, not a supplement.
Got you.
You understand?
Okay. And then how about for like relatability, like that side of things? Like how does that affect the interaction?
Relatability, what you mean?
Like I was saying about the upbringing. Let's say we have similarities as far as how we were brought up and how we view the world.
Mm-hmm.
Does that is that where chemistry is? That like the definition of chemistry?
I mean, it can be, that all depends. It can be. I mean, certain things like relatability can affect the enjoyment of a conversation. Relatability can affect, the different things you might be interested in, or it can affect like the type of activities you might like to do with each other and things like that. Maybe the kinds of TV shows you might like to watch together or something like that, or places that you might like to go. That can help like overall chemistry and enjoyment. You understand what I'm saying? And compatibility,
I'm
yes.
assuming because
JP Burford, appreciate it.
I'm,
Yes,
I'm, I'm,
compatibility.
yeah, I'm realizing like the word relationship has like a part of the word relatability in it, so it's kind of
Yes.
like maybe that's like that stems from it.
Exactly. See, what you're talking about is the same reason why a lot of people, like most of the time, people from similar cultures end up getting together, right? So like in the Caucasian community, most Caucasians end up marrying and being with Caucasians. In the Spanish community, same thing. In the Black community, same thing, and so on and so on. Asian community, same thing, because
Right.
it's culture, right? It's culture where it's like I already know what you like to eat. I already know how you like to talk. I know the type of I like, certain things, like, certain things, how people deal with money, their parents, how they grew up. Yeah, of course. That's compatibility and relatability.
What's funny? In my case, I grew up in a Jewish family, so
Mm-hmm.
my parents want me to marry a Jewish woman,
Mm-hmm.
but I find the Spanish girls attractive, and they don't know anything about my culture, but I like their culture, and we can relate on other things, but I guess we can't really relate on as far as religious aspects of it.
Right.
But yeah, no, it just made me think about that.
Right. So you like Spanish bros, huh?
Yeah, I like Latinos for sure.
Do you have you learned any of the language?
I have not actually. No.
Do you regularly eat the food? Some of the food?
Yeah, I love Colombian food, Peruvian. I mean, they're all similar in a way, but they're all different as well.
Okay. Have you ever had like Chilean wine or Argentinian wine?
No, I haven't.
Do you drink wine?
I do. I'm a red wine type of guy.
All right. If you're a red wine type of guy, then look into Chilean wine. Look into wine from Argentina. Those are wines from South America. Good are usually good wines. Red wines too. But yeah, maybe try to learn a little bit of the language. You know what I'm saying? Maybe try to learn a little bit of language. The music is always a big deal, because there's dancing, salsa dancing, all that cool shit. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, if you really like the culture, then get into the culture, and that will help your relatability. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't just. If you just like Spanish chicks because they got fat asses and long brown hair, then that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? But if you really want to get into the culture, then really get into the culture.
I mean, I like the spice and the I don't know, like I like the competition, as far as like some of them have like a certain attitude to them that's it turns me on in a way.
Okay. All right. You see, next time. Okay. So when you meet a Spanish girl, what do you talk about?
I mean, most of the Spanish girls I talk to are like really American, so they sometimes they don't even speak Spanish, or sometimes they do, but they just they just speak English. So like, because I live in South Florida. Where
Stop. I asked you a specific question. I asked you, when you meet a Spanish girl, what do you talk about?
Yeah. Just about like interests, like what are you into? Like, what do you do for fun? And I talk about that with like any girl. Really, it doesn't matter if you're Spanish or not.
Okay. Well, see, the reason why I'm asking you is because the way you talked about spice and attitude and all that shit, you sounded really excited when you started talking about it. And the point I want to make to you is that it might help you out to talk about that when you're talking to a Spanish chick or a Latina chick. You understand? Because it's not really about what you talk about. It's about how the energy that you bring when you're talking about what you're talking about. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you to get a little bit more into the culture. So then when you do meet a Latina chick and you're having a conversation with her, you're not just going to sound like the average boring guy, like, oh, so what do you like to do for fun? No, you can start getting into, hey, I love, Colombian food and my homie, I was talking to a friend the other day. He was telling me about wine from Chile and Argentina. So I was on my way to this. I was on my way to the wine shop to go buy some Chilean wine. You want to come with me? You understand what I'm saying? And she hears the excitement in your voice that you're going to try Chilean wine for the first time. And she just might want to come with you.
Well, you just put me onto that, so I might have to use that for sure.
I'm serious. I'm so dead serious. You understand? But again, it's about the energy. You understand? It's about the energy. It's about the confidence and the passion and the excitement that's in your voice when you start to say these things and talk about these things. You understand?
Right.
So if Latinas really turn you on, then get into that shit, bro. Because look, one of the easiest ways to turn a woman on is to be turned on when you say hello. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like just the way you're talking to her.
Yeah,
like tone of voice and like a sexual energy.
Yeah, exactly. Energy is contagious, bro. Energy is contagious. So if you step to a girl and you say, hey, what's up? And then you ask her what her name is, and she say, oh, my name is Maria Conchita Venezuela Sanchez, and you're like, word. Like, listen, yo, I got this thing about Latino women. You guys are so beautiful to me. And I was just on my way to the store to buy some Chilean wine because my homie told me about, different types of Spanish wine and how good they are. You want to come to the store with me and shop for wine? And she's like, okay, let's go check it out. And then you're like, all right, cool. And then on the way, you tell her about the Colombian food and all the different shit that you love. And you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I could put her on to like my culture as well.
Exactly. You understand? Right. You could be like, yo, I come from a Jewish family and, our family is cool, but, I'm just looking for that fire, that passion from a sexy ass Latina just like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's smooth. I like that.
Yeah. All right. So don't,
I might as well.
Be careful out there, bro, because I just gave you some powerful shit. So be careful out there. Take it easy.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it, man. You and Lucario really you open my mind to a lot of things. So I appreciate y'all for real.
Appreciate you, bro. Take it easy, man. Thanks for calling in. Oh, hey, hold on. Did you donate?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, I think I actually.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I sent it to $ Miles in the Game.
All right, cool. Appreciate you, bro.
From Judah.
All right, cool. All right, man. Doubt. Appreciate you, man. You be good out there. Be safe, all right? All right, here we go. We got 718. You're on with Miles Cunningham. What's up?
What's going on, bro? I called them before.
Okay.
And we was talking about like the style and all that.
Okay.
It wasn't too long ago, but I've been approaching girls and everything, and I've been hitting them up on dating apps and on social media, and they just not giving me no type of rhythm. And this shit is crazy.
At all?
I'm really out here. No. You got what?
You said no type of rhythm at all? Not one of them?
I've been getting some, but they be playing around. Like I be trying to link, trying to do this, trying to do that. I be like, oh, let's go get some ice cream, let's do this, let's do that. And they just be playing. I don't know why.
Yeah. So I'm wait. So wait. Hold on. Yeah. All right. So how old are you? Real quick?
23.
You're 23. All right. You're still a young buck. Okay. Now are you a virgin? You're not a virgin, right?
Nah, hell no. Nah. You know,
okay. Hey, take it easy, man. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Just asking to see where you at. It's all right.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing about it though, because like I'm not a virgin, and I have over like it might sound like I'm lying, but I have like over 50 bodies.
Okay.
Like from the time I lost my virginity up until now. And
Okay.
I've seen a lot of stuff and I did a lot of stuff, but for some reason right now I'm having the hardest time.
How long has it been since you've been in this drought or whatever?
Now I had sex a couple weeks, like not too, like probably last month. I had sex. I fucked one girl before I went to Delaware, and when I got to Delaware, I met her on a dating app. I fucked her that same day.
Oh yeah,
And
did you donate, my nigga?
Up.
Did you donate real quick?
I don't know what to donate at.
All right.
And I just called in because I seen you going live.
Okay, well,
do I do it on Cash App?
It's the $ miles in the game. $ miles in the game. It's very easy. $ miles in the game. But anyway, you if you want to do it, you could do it when you get off. So you smashed a couple joints last month. So I don't understand. What's the problem? It really just sounds to me like you just need to put more work in, bro. I don't understand.
Like, all right, so I would approach girls. Cause I'm still doing Uber Eats, right? So I would approach girls, and we'll exchange numbers, and it sounds good when I'm doing it, and then they won't hit me back. Or like the other day, I went to McDonald's. There's this cute girl. She gave me my Instagram. I don't know why I took her Instagram, but I felt like it was safer, so I got her Instagram, and then she blocked me right after. I'm like, what was the point of that? You could have told me no.
Well, look, this happens, bro.
Understand.
That's just the game, bro.
I was thinking that, yeah.
That's just the game, man. I mean, like, all right. Oh, for example, how many chicks do you talk to on a weekly basis? You say, like, how many chicks do you approach
weekly basis?
Yeah, in public on a weekly basis.
Like this week?
Yeah,
I ain't do any yet.
You ain't do any yet this week. Okay, how many chicks did you swipe on this week?
I did a couple, but they was playing around, so I just deleted the app. And I feel like I'm gonna download it again, like probably another 2 weeks.
Do you get the paid version? Do you get the paid version of the dating apps?
You said what?
Do you get the paid version of the dating apps?
No, I did it before, but then I got fired from my job, so I just stopped doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, it really just sounds like you just need to put in more work, and you need another thing I would say to you is you need to chill with the negative attitude, bro. Like, you need to be a glass half full type of dude. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You got to have a little bit more patience with yourself and understand that it just takes work. And if you on these dating apps, you have to get the full paid version and just be more consistent. And you got to swipe on a lot of girls, man. Honestly, I try to swipe on at least 100 to 200 a day on one app, and I'm on 3 different apps. No, actually 4 different apps.
Yeah, I only have 2 apps.
Yeah, I'm on 4 different apps, and I swipe on each app. I swipe on at least 100 a day. You understand? And that affords me like about 1 to 2 dates a week on average.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending. But that's pretty much the yield on that. You understand? And coupled with that, I have some professional pictures on there. I have a standard bio. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
you just gotta put in work, bro. And you can't really pay it. Look, I told you guys that once y'all charge a chick to the game, you have to have amnesia. You understand? And I'm sure most guys, when they heard me say that, they're like, yeah, just forget about these bitches, bro, blah, blah, blah. But the reason why I tell y'all you got to have amnesia is so you also don't get emotionally attached to the chicks that you had to charge to the game. Because then you end up sounding like this caller. Like, yo, these girls be playing around. Bro, I don't even know about these girls. I don't remember these girls that be playing around. I'm only paying attention to the ones that meet up with me on the date.
Real quick, your Cash App, O'Connor?
Miles in the game. Don't be saying my government on the air, my nigga. Don't be doing that.
Nah, I had to make sure my fault.
Nah, you good.
I
You
ain't say
good. Miles,
government, I
yeah,
just want
Miles
to
in the
confirm.
game. Miles in the game. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Yeah, like
don't worry. These chicks you gotta charge them. It's a part of the game, bro. You have to charge a whole lot more chicks than you get to date or than you get to smash. You understand that?
yeah, I be forgetting sometimes.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, we had a guy. We had a shout out to AT. He be calling in from time to time, and he did a fucking he actually kept track of all the chicks that he like, actually went out on matched with, and then actually went out on dates with, and then actually smashed. And if I remember correctly, I think he matched with like 300 chicks, and then he went out on dates with like 20 something chicks, and then he smashed about 12 of them, something like that, 12 or 15 of them. You understand? And if you do the math on that, let me see. Hold on real quick. 300.
That's not bad at all, though.
Like 12 divided by, wait, hold on. 12 divided by 300. That's 4%, bro. You understand?
Yeah.
That's 4%. So and that's like for the average dude. You understand? So I mean, you sound like look, everybody is pretty much average when it comes to this dating shit. Like, you're gonna meet girls that feel you, you're gonna meet a whole lot of girls that don't feel you. You understand? It is what it is. Every one of us is a specific individual. So we're looking for specific individuals to be compatible with us. And that in itself requires a lot of work. It just is what it is, bro. You understand? So don't get discouraged. Just, just be grateful that you have the opportunity to continue to do your thing.
Yeah, that's one thing. I wake up and I just thank God I have another opportunity to do whatever for the day.
Exactly. And you're 23 too. You mad young. And listen, let me ask you.
I be feeling old. I don't know why.
You be feeling old. You 23, nigga. You young as shit. Let me tell you. What do you see? You say you do Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you really want to be doing? I mean, if it's Uber Eats, then let me know. But I'm usually that's not what people say.
I can't. I hate that. I'm not gonna lie. Driving jobs altogether, it's a dub now. I don't want to do that no more. But
so, what do you really want to do?
Like,
what do you really want to do?
That's the thing. I'm still trying to figure it out because I was like playing ball. I was gonna go to college. I had a 5-year plan, and then once COVID happened, I had to switch it up. And I still see some of my friends going pro. So it's like it makes me get that itch. And I still play in tournaments and stuff like that. I'm still around, but I don't know if that's the right way to go.
You play what is it? Basketball? What is this?
Yeah, basketball. Yeah,
basketball. Now let me ask you. At the time that you was getting, because you said you got like 50 bodies. So at the time that you was getting sex more frequently, what were you doing in your life?
I was just living.
No, nigga, what were you doing? What were you doing? You were doing something with your life. What were you doing?
It was like high school, and then when I got out of high school,
you went to college.
I was hooping. Was I in college? I was going to go to college, and then I couldn't go on campus, and they shut everything down. So then I just didn't go to college.
Okay, but you said you was hooping though. You was hooping.
Talking to girls.
You was hooping.
Yeah.
And you was hooping like pretty much every day, right?
Every day, outside, indoors, everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so you was playing ball outside every day, indoor, outdoors, and you really like basketball, right?
I love it. That's man.
Okay, now, okay. Stop for a second. Stop. Now, listen to the logic of the situation. There was a time in your life. Where you was getting sex frequently, and at the time, it just so happens that you were doing something that you enjoyed, and you was doing it on a daily fucking basis, and you really enjoyed what you was doing. Yeah. So you was really enjoying your life at the time, and it just so happens that you was getting sex more frequently, right? Now, let's fast forward to today. You're doing Uber Eats, which is something that you're doing it just to do it. You're doing it for whatever reason you're doing it, but it's something that you don't like doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it just so happens that you're not getting sex as frequently as you would like. Now, can you look at that and make any type of logical connection between your day-to-day life of you doing something you enjoy and your ability to get pussy versus your day-to-day life doing something that you don't really enjoy and your ability to get pussy?
Yeah, I'm putting it together right now. You're making it sound real simple.
What I'm trying to say to you is that when we live a life that we truly enjoy, that we truly love, our energy is different. You understand?
Yeah.
We're more positive, we're more passionate, we're more confident, we're more excited. We have an energy of love inside of us and it emanates. So when we meet people like women and we talk to them, that energy comes out. And because that energy, because we love our lives and our lives, you know, when we love our lives, what happens? Basically, our life is a celebration. So when we meet people,
that's what it felt like at the time.
Exactly. Yeah. I know, nigga, because you love basketball and you was doing it every fucking day and you was living your life. So every time you met a girl, you literally had a smile on your face, whether you knew it or not. You were confident, whether you knew it or not. You were excited. You were passionate. You were happy, whether you knew it or not. So when you spoke to that girl, you say, "Hey, what's up, shorty? How you doing? My name is such and such. I'll be balling. I'll be hooping. This, that, and the third. Yeah, me and my homies going down to the sports bar. You want to come? And then it was easy. But nowadays, you know, COVID hit, whatever, put you in a certain situation. Now you're doing Uber Eats and it's like, okay, I'm glad I have the opportunity to make some money, but this is not really what I want to do with my life. So there's a certain level of, you know, resentment. Maybe you know, your energy is a little bit off because your confidence is a little bit off. There's a lot of things about your life that's a little bit off, bro. You understand? So that the energy from the rest of your life affects the energy to get pussy. You understand me? Or more correctly, it affects the way you relate to the opposite sex at this point in your life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand? Now, I'm not one of these niggas to tell you to stop talking to women until you get your life together and all that bullshit. However, you need to get your life together, bro. I'm not shitting on you for doing Uber Eats, but you said out of your mouth that it's not something you really want to be doing. So I need you to start working on doing what you really want to be doing with your life. Because once you do that, you'll change your energy. And when you change your energy, you'll change how you relate to yourself and your own life. And your own image of who you are as a man and as a person. So then that will allow you to relate to other people better. You understand?
Yeah.
So you know that there's work you have to do, correct?
Say one more time.
You know that there's work you need to go do, correct? You know that there's things you need to change about your life, correct?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, get to work, bro. Get to work. Get to work. And don't shit on your Uber Eats job, because your Uber Eats job might be the thing that will allow you to save up the money to do whatever else whatever the next thing is you need to do. You understand? But try to stay positive in your mind. Try to appreciate, try to be grateful and appreciate for where you know, just like you said, every day I wake up and I'm glad I have another opportunity. We'll try to be even more grateful. Try to be even more appreciative. Try to have more positive energy and a positive outlook about your Uber Eats situation and the situation that you're in now. Because what that will do is it'll start to get your mind to start thinking about newer and better possibilities to help you get to where you're really trying to go. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, bro. So embrace a positive energy, embrace a grateful attitude, and get to work, homie.
I got you, gang. Good looking, bro.
All right, man. You take it easy, man. And if you feel like it, hit that $ miles in the game again. You feel me?
I got you.
All right, man. Be safe out there. Be safe driving out there and all that. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, bro.
All right, man. All right, let's see. We got 816. You're on live with Miles Cunningham. What's going on?
What's going on, family?
What's up, fam? Did you donate, fam?
I'm on here right now. You said it's $ miles in the game.
Yes, sir. $ miles in the game.
Yeah, I'm on here right now. I just typed it in. It says no results found. Let me look at $MILESINTHEGAME.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it says no results found on mine.
Come on, man. You play. All right, man. You playing games, man.
No, I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. I'm literally on Cash App right now.
Let me just make sure I got this shit right. Let me go to my account. It's $ miles in the game, bro. I don't know what else to tell you.
Is there any other way to donate other than Cash App?
Nah, not right now. But anyway, go ahead. Ask your question, man. Ask your question. Maybe you could try it again when you get off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll donate after I get off the phone. Sometimes my phone acts like this.
Yeah, sometimes if you're actually using the phone, it might not let you do shit on the internet unless you're on Wi-Fi.
Okay, I'll for sure donate.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was noticing, a pattern with me dating.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that a lot of times I'll date a certain caliber of woman.
Mm-hmm.
And a certain caliber of woman is open to fucking with me. Is it cool if I curse?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
Yeah, a certain caliber of woman is willing to mess with me, Like, I'll notice either the woman is kind of overweight, she'll like not too cute in the face, or she's a single mother. Typically, I would say about 95 to 99% of the time, that's who I fuck with.
Okay.
So like every time I try to go to the sexy ones or the ones that's really seeming like they on point,
mm-hmm.
they ain't really trying to fool with me. Now, I will say there's been two exceptions though. There was last year there was two sexy women, no kids, good jobs, nothing was like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't fit in that category. It was two of them that fooled with me, but they didn't really fool with me for that long. They fooled with me for maybe like a month, or less.
Right.
But the ones I want to stay, the one that I can maintain,
uh-huh.
They are of a certain caliber. So would you say that? So that makes me wonder if the league thing is real. They say there's no leagues. Yeah, I know. Play the music.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, I feel you, man. I feel you on that, bro. But here's what you got to do. You got to understand that women is women, bro. Women is women. Ain't no caliber of women. There's no such thing as the sexy ones. You understand? There's no such thing as that. Now, what? All right. Let me ask you this. The women of a certain caliber, how do you come across them? How do you meet them? How does this work?
I meet them. I do all of it. I go out to the club. I go to the grocery store. I see them at the grocery store. I do the online dating. I use all three.
Okay, now the caliber of women that you're not really that attracted to, why do you holler at them when you go to the club?
They might just be good enough. Like they're like in terms of like the way they look, they're good enough. I fuck with them.
You'll fuck with them because they're good enough.
They hittable, you know what I'm saying?
They hittable. Really bro, listen, man, listen. No, bro, listen. All of the choices. You're making all the choices, my dude. You're making all the choices. Your problem is that you act different. See, look, because you believe that there are differences in women, you act different based on the differences that you see. This is exactly why I did this show, telling you guys to beware of conditional love. Because the problem with you is you have conditional love when it comes to women. Right. So when a chick is of a certain caliber, like you say, when a chick is a little bit overweight or just good enough, you act a certain way. Why? Because you have conditional love for women. And then when the women are more attractive to you or they're sexy, like you said before, you act another way. So the way that the energy that you give to these women is conditional. The love that you have for women is conditional. You see all these differences and then your behavior changes in response to how you feel about these women. Do you understand how that works?
I would say that I pretty much approach them all the same.
I promise you, you don't. I promise you, you don't.
I mean, I'm telling you, I pretty much say the same thing. I do all the same thing. I don't really have a. Now, I will say that whenever I start, like maybe if I get past the approach, and after I might have smashed a couple of times, I'll probably treat a pretty one better. You know what I'm saying? When I think pretty, I'm gonna treat it a little bit better than the one that I ain't really think that's pretty. So that's true. But on the initial walk up, I'm the same.
I promise you, you're not, bro. All right, let me. So you don't when the chick is like, when you find her very attractive, right? Do you feel any type of nervousness in your stomach or anything when you approaching?
I feel a little bit of nervousness, regardless of what she looks like.
Regardless of what she looked like. Okay. Now, so you say the same exact thing to the pretty girls that you say to the not so pretty girls?
Yeah, I say the same thing.
What do you say?
I do pretty much the same thing.
What do you say?
Well, I got different games for different situations. For example, if she got the mask on, I hit her with, you look like you could be cute. And then they'll laugh or something. They'll be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's funny, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and I'll be like, yeah, let me see your face. Let me see what you're looking like.
Right.
So if they got the mask on, I say that every time. She pretty or cute? She pretty, or she seem like she cute, or she ugly? Don't matter. She got the mask on, I say that.
Okay.
They walk up the same way. Other than that, if she don't have the mask on, even if she ain't sexy, I'm gonna be like, hey, look, I saw you. I think you sexy as hell. That's my opener with ugly, fat, cute, sexy, all of them, just like that.
Just like that. And you say it the exact same way.
Yeah, I do the same thing because like I approach a lot of women, so
right.
It's like a habit. You get into a habit.
Right, you get into like a routine. You get into a routine. Yeah.
I couldn't even talk to a woman a different way if I really tried. It's automatic. That's what I do.
Okay. Now, so let me ask you, the first date, where do you take them any place different, or you take them all the same place or places?
Now that depends, but generally I would take them all to the same place. Yeah, I generally take them all to the same place. I don't have different plans for different types of women on the first date.
Okay. All right. So and then like the sexy women, how quickly do you try to fuck?
I try to fuck them on the first day.
And the not so sexy women.
You said what?
The not so sexy women, how quickly do you try to smash?
I try to fuck them all on the first day.
Fuck them all on the first day.
Read their energy as well. I read their energy. If they giving me that energy, like no way, it's not gonna happen, then I don't try to fuck. So I just go off the energy. I don't go off the way they look.
Okay. But I don't know what to tell you, man. You're gonna have some chicks that are more attractive to you than others. If you do actually treat all it, well, you already said that you don't treat them exactly the same. After you've already smashed, you say you don't treat all of them the same, and even just that little thing could be affecting you as well. You know, as far as your outlook on women, and you know, it could affect. Like, okay, so after your opener, it could affect. You know, maybe there's a difference in the general conversation that you have with them. You understand? Like, there's a lot of different things that it could affect, but overall, it could be just your energy. But my question to you is, why not just since you approach so many women, why not just approach women that you're actually attracted to?
Because all the attractive ones said no. That's why. And then I was like, okay, all the attractive ones said no. So I'm about to go over here to this one that ain't all that.
Wait, all right, real quick. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 31.
You're 31. And what city? I'm sorry, what city you in? Huh?
I'm in Kansas City.
Kansas City. And is it, is the nightlife popping? Like is it decent out there or what?
Yeah, it's decent. They have spots you can go to where there's a lot of beautiful women.
Okay. Well, I don't know if everything you're saying is correct and true, then the only thing I could tell you is to only talk to the sexy ones, bro. Or I mean, the ones that you think are attractive. Only talk to those ones. Only. You understand? And then if you run out of hot chicks, then you gotta do the bar hop. Like you gotta go to the next joint, the next place.
Okay, and I okay. Then now there is another major, like another guy on. Now he's not a dating coach or nothing. But y'all don't like when people drop names, huh?
No, just tell me what he said, because it don't matter who he is. Just tell me what he said.
Okay. He said that if you date, like if you're messing around with women that are like that you don't really like that, like let's say for example, like how I'm telling you, most of the women that I fool with, either she like a little bit overweight, she not that cute, single mother, something, in that little box. Mm-hmm. This person said that if you date those people, it's going to be hard for you to get the bad sexy ones or the ones you really want, because something in you is going to feel like you're not supposed to be with the one you really want.
I mean, that could be true. That could be true. That sounds like it could make sense. But again, you because when you said that, you mess with the chicks that are not that attractive because they good enough. It's like, you are being conditional. You understand? You're being conditional, bro.
Okay.
You have a conditional love for women. So, like you think that if she's a single mother, that she's worse or better. If she's a little bit overweight, you think she's worse or better. Bro, I feel like all women are the same. I feel like all women are the same until I talk to them and I can figure out what value they actually have for me. I don't give them the credit of being put in different categories. They're all women to me. You understand? So what I would tell you is I would tell you that to try to adapt that mindset where you try to see all women as just women. You understand? And so you can start to understand that the differences and the levels have nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. You understand? So if you actually do treat all of them the same and you approach all of them the same way, then it's up to you to talk to the ones that you find attractive. Don't lower your standards and switch up the conditions. Like if you talking to a woman and you're not really that attracted to her, don't talk to her. You understand?
Okay.
And if you have to bar hop and go to a couple of different spots, then bro, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to go to the first bar and see who's hot and attractive there, and then switch. If you all of them say no, then go to the next bar and keep going, bro. Like you got to put in work out here. You got to put in work.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. And I was just curious as well, because I be hearing about your situations with you dating and everything, and I know that you. So I was wondering, like, so how many new joints you done added to the rotation this year?
This year, I actually added one, but she fell off the other day. So I'm still working with two.
Okay. So you got one this year. Okay.
Yeah, I added. I had just one new one this year, and then she fell off. But I move slow, bro. I move slow. Like I'm not really like, I move very slow, bro. You understand? I move very slow. I like to take my time and really, build on different things with a woman that I have in my life,
Okay, and so you saying that when you first meet the woman, you just smashing her once a week and you ain't talking to her at all.
I ain't talking to her at all, bro.
Damn, that ain't rough. That ain't hard. That ain't tough. Like,
nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Because I'm unconditional about my shit, bro. I treat them all the same way.
Okay.
You understand?
And
I treat them all the same way.
Right now,
wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All the women in your rotation you got right now, you started them up in that way. You just once a week smash, and that's it. No talking.
Once a week smash, no talking. The only talking we do is to set up the next time we meet up. That's it.
Damn, and you did the whole 3 month thing where you just smashing for the 3 months and no dates other than the person.
I did a couple dates, but only drink dates though. Like first 3, like me, I still like to go out because that's what I like to do. But only drink stuff, like no dinner, no food. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try it out. That out. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna donate, man. I appreciate everything.
All right, yeah, man. You again, remember, all women is women, bro. All women are women, and the standards come from you. You understand? So, and remember, there's nothing wrong with a single parent mother. You understand? She's still just a woman. The fact that she has kids doesn't lower her standards. What allows her to be of value to you is if she organizes her time, and when you ask her to come to hang out with you, then she organizes her situation to make sure she can come hang out with you. You understand?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying, bro?
You saying that single mothers are not lower in quality?
They're not. No, what lowers the quality of a woman is a woman who doesn't know how to organize her time and who doesn't know how to schedule her shit so she could come see you. Because check this out. Think about this real quick. You can have a woman who is a single parent mother, right? But when you text her and say, hey, when are you free? And she says, oh, I'm free this Friday. And you say, all right, cool. Meet me at such and such, or meet me at my house at 8 o'clock, so and so on and so forth, right? You tell her to meet you that Friday, right? She knows she got kids, and she organizes her situation where she knows the babysitter. She has a reliable babysitter, and the babysitter's coming at 7 o'clock on Friday, and she's coming to meet you Friday at 8 o'clock. And every time you hit her up, that's what she does, because she has a reliable babysitter, and then she even has a backup babysitter. You understand? So when you hit her up to meet up, she's always on time, and she shows up, and y'all have a great time, right? But then you can have a woman who she's just single, no kids, no nothing, right?
Yeah.
But every fucking time, every time you tell her to meet you someplace, she's late. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So are you telling me that the chick who's always late or who be flaking is higher quality than the single parent mother who's organized and consistent?
I'm gonna say for the long term, I'm gonna say the childless woman. She more quality.
You saying you for the long term? So for the long term, I'm not talking about for the long term, bro. I'm talking about just tell me, because your thing is, what do you want from these women? Are you trying to smash, or are you trying to become? Are you trying to get married? What are you trying to do?
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind becoming married. I do want to smash at first, but I would get married though.
Okay, all right. So at first, let's talk about at first.
Yeah.
Who is more quality? The chick that is late or flakes on you, or the chick that is always on time but she got kids? at first.
Yeah, as far as my life, with my life, yeah, in that moment for the smashing, the single mother.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. So the reason why I say that is because it's not about her being a single parent mother. It's not about her being sexy. It's not about her having a fat ass or big titties or small titties or a small ass, or if she's tall or if she's short. It's about her ability to follow your program. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why you can't give women points, and you can't necessarily take away points off of a woman until she shows you if she can follow your program. So that's why. So that's why I tell you to think of women as women. Give them all the same fucking number approaching. All of them start from zero. You get what I'm saying? Every last one of them start from zero.
Okay, that's some real shit. That's some real shit. I'm gonna take that. And I was wondering, I know this might be a little off, but have you ever heard of Nature Boy?
Nature Boy.
Yeah, Nature Boy.
I know Nature Boy Ric Flair. I don't know.
No, not Nature Boy Ric Flair. Nature Boy, he's a guy. He has a coat. He's a black dude.
Uh-huh.
He's got dreads. Well, he don't got dreads no more. But he's a black dude. He has a coat, and he has women in his coat. Like it's like a coat of women.
Okay.
And it's real. You can tell it's real. Like you watch like reality stuff. You can tell it's fake.
Right.
Like you could tell this is real. And what's interesting about it is everything that you and Locario be saying, he follow that.
Oh, like, for real?
To a T.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he follow that to a T. Like everything I'll be saying, you watch him do it. Like you watch that's like his whole thing. And he got a coat of bad women, bad fine women, like
wow.
a bunch of them.
Where does he? Is this a show? Like where do you watch this?
No, it's on YouTube. Nature Boy. If you just search Nature Boy, just type Nature Boy in.
Okay.
And you'll find him.
Okay.
He's very known.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
Black dude with a coat.
Appreciate it. I'll look him up. Look him up.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
All right, bro. Yeah, and remember that, $sign Miles in the game on the Cash App, bro. All right.
Okay, I'll hit you up.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. You be safe out there, man. Take it easy.
Okay, yeah, you too.
All right, peace, man. Woo! All right, get up out of here, man. Get up out of here. So, you know what? Let me do some of these questions before I get off. All right. So, should a man love everyone, everything? I think we did that already. I don't know if you mentioned. Oh, let me put them up so y'all can read them too. Sorry. I don't know if you mentioned it, but isn't there conditions in everything that we do? Oh yeah, of course. There are conditions in everything that we do. But what I'm saying is that when you know who you are, and you love yourself, right? You set those conditions, and then once they're set, that's when you can begin to love yourself unconditionally, because you're not going to change. You're not going to allow the conditions to change necessarily, right? Because you know who you are. They come with a part of your identity. You understand? But conditions change with growth and things like that. But yeah, there's always conditions. There's always conditions in everything that we do. But what I'm saying is when it comes from an honest place, you don't change. You don't allow your true love and your true objectives to be conditional, meaning that you don't allow them to be flexible at the whim of other people or other things, so because you're looking to be honest about your motivations. So that's really what I was trying to get at. All right. Harvey Williams says, question, is the real problem that we as men focus and put too much value on conditional romantic love? Yeah, that's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. Yeah, men really shouldn't put too much. To me, men really shouldn't put too much value on conditional romantic love. I feel like, we need to just be more logical. We need to excuse me, be more focused on, masculinity and certain other things. Like, romantic love is good, but we need to first secure masculinity, like leadership and, providing and logic and certain other things. You know what I'm saying? And then once we set those things in place, that's when we bring the women in with her feminine energy, and then she can flourish in the romantic love department. You understand? But then again, I'm tired, so I don't know what's going on. Steve O Baby says, Miles, I was taught not to chase women, but to chase your dreams, and then the women will come to you. Do you agree? Well, see, the thing is that in your dreams, you're probably celebrating with a badass bitch. And because before you fulfill your dreams, you still need to know how to talk to women. You need to chase your dreams and women. You understand? But not chase. But women need to be a part of your life as well, bro. You understand? So you have to have balance in it. So because chasing your dreams is one thing, but chances are when you visualize your dream, there's a woman in there, there's a wife, there's a girlfriend, there's some type of female in there. So you still need to know how to relate to women. So this is why you still need to learn game, and you still need to learn, relating to women. So you can't just chase your dream and that's it. And another thing too is if you have enough game and you meet the right woman, that woman can help you fulfill your dream. You understand? She can help you with different things if you understand the game. Focused All Day says, you have to love yourself first. When they don't do what you want, you set them on their way respectfully. Yes, the unconditional part comes in when you still wish the person success and the very best. Facts. That's love. That's love. You can't stay here, but I don't wish you any harm. I wish you the best. I wish you the best, but you just can't stay here because it doesn't fit. Because I'm not going to change the unconditional love that I have for myself. All right, Steve O Baby also says, when it comes to relationships, you are your own boss. You are your own CEO. No woman is above you. You make the choices that makes you happy and set boundaries for yourself. Facts. Sheikh Kabia says, my problem with this logic is that we as people genuinely, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting tired. We as people genuinely don't love unconditionally. If someone does something that crosses me, I no longer have love for that person. Just depends on the boundary that's crossed. Yeah, see. And see, this is where this conversation becomes a little deeper, because if somebody crosses you, you can say you don't love them anymore, but the fact that the fact that you even feel like you no longer love the person, it means that they've affected you in some way emotionally, which is still a function of love or some type of emotion if you think about it, right? So, and in actuality, it's interesting that people that hurt us actually trigger more emotions from us than people that love us or people that treat us nice. You understand? So it's emotionally speaking, like, when you consider absolute emotion, it's still a form of love when you feel hurt from somebody to the point where you begrudgingly you don't want to have love for them anymore. You understand? Because they crossed you, right? Because they've affected you emotionally. But again, like I said, that this part of the conversation could get very deep, because hate and love are just two extremities of the same thing, which is, emotion, right? So theoretically, it's still all love. You understand? Even hate to a certain extent is still all love. William Kelm says, met a girl on Tinder. We hung out 4 times, smashed the last 3. She sent a screenshot of my profile on Hinge, making comments about how I must like her since I'm still on a dating site. Oh, you need to leave her alone. She's a psycho. Just leave her alone. Yeah, leave her alone. She's a psycho, bro. She's a psycho. I mean, and another thing with that is I don't know if you may have like made her think that, like, I tell girls on the first date, I say jokingly, I say, hey man, I say, hey, don't you start falling in love with me, because if we hit it off, don't think I'm deleting my dating apps. I let chicks know that type of shit up front. I say that shit to them. You understand? So William, I don't know if you may have said anything to her to make her think that, you were just you were looking like she was going to be the last woman you would ever date. Maybe you may have said or did something. You know, you said yeah, smashed 3 times. I don't know if you let her spend the night or if you spent the night at her house. All those things make a difference, bro. But at the same time, if you doing your thing and you understand who you are, and a woman is sending screenshots and talking slick about you still being on dating apps, she has issues. You understand? Either you gave her some type of information, to fuck with her expectations of where your relationship was going, or she's a psycho. Either way, you need to leave her alone, because if it's the first one, that means you fucked up by giving her boyfriend energy to make her have expectations. And if it's the second one, then she's a psycho that you need to leave alone immediately. NJ Kell, because I match with chicks all the time, and I go out on dates, and I'll be flipping through, and I see them again all the time, and I don't ever say that. Sometimes I match with them again, and sometimes we start talking, and sometimes we even go out on other dates and smash again or whatever. So yeah, that type of shit is crazy. But anyway, NJ Kell says, flirted hard verbally with this girl I like. She replied, "You're glad that I like you. It was a sexual flirt in person. What do you think about this?" Bruh, I don't know what to say. The only thing I'll tell you is set up the date. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. When are you available to meet up face to face? You understand? And if you already flirted sexually in person, then set up the date so y'all can meet in person, so y'all could do something, so y'all could, end up smashing or whatever it is you're trying to do with her, bro. I don't worry about what chicks say in between. I told y'all this. Anime Sigma says, how to know if she is low interest or sees you as boyfriend material. How to know? Well, my thing is, my only question is, how are you moving? I mean, from where I stand, I don't really worry about what they think it is. I know what I know it is, and I try to move in the way that I know I'm trying to move, and that's it. So I let her know how she's supposed to think about me based on my actions and the way that I move, and I try to be as consistent as possible. So I don't have to take the time to worry about what she's thinking, because what I think is the most important thing at the end of the day, right? But something like that, you got to give me more. You got to call in, give me more context. Maybe call in on the next show. Anime Sigma, appreciate you though. Black Pearl, Miles, why am I not a mod, bro? Sorry, Black Pearl. Maybe on the next show, come in on the next show and remind me. I'll make you a mod. All right. So appreciate you guys for leaving questions. Man, I'm getting tired. I'm sorry, guys. Man, just whew. I had sort of a long day. I was doing a whole bunch of shit. Let me see. Somebody else got a question. They said, Miles, what fascinates you about the female brain? I said it before on a short. Like I said, the female brain, dealing with females in general, it creates an infinite amount of scenarios for you to find out more about yourself. That's the beauty of relating to women, guys. At least in my opinion, the beauty of relating to women is so you can find out more about who you are. Because a woman always, there's always something to do with a woman, sex or going out on dates or conversations or talking, and it's so many different things you could do with women, and every new thing you do gives you another opportunity to find out, to experience something different, to find out a little bit more about who you are as a man and as a person. You understand? So yeah, that's what fascinates me with the female brain, and I have infinite chances to always have to recorrect and be masculine. The female brain comes with its feminine array of qualities that reinforce my masculinity. So that's another thing that fascinates me about the female brain. So yeah, man, shout out to the females, man. I love the females, man. I love the women, man. I love the women. Shout out to the women.
I want to have intercourse with you. Yeah.
Facts. Shout out to the females, man. Shout out to the cooperative females. Shout out to the females that fuck with me. Shout out to the females that have yet to fuck with me. I'm gonna get y'all soon. Steve O Baby said, Miles, I don't care what the woman looks like, just as long as she respects me for who I am and treats me with love and kindness. Women are beautiful creatures. They are like fine wine. Yeah, women are nice, man. Women are nice. But at the end of the day, women are nice because I say they are. I don't never give women just give women credit off the bat like that, because women are a reflection of me. So however nice a woman is, that has everything to do with me. You understand? And I don't say that to be egotistical, but I say that to reinforce the values and the qualities that make me the man that I am. And that's what women enjoy. You understand? I don't say any of these egotistic. I don't say any of these things to be egotistical. I say these things because I have unconditional love for myself. And so I have to maintain a certain level of quality of love for myself. And as I maintain that level of quality of love for myself, it reinforces my ability to be consistent. It reinforces my ability to love. It reinforces my ability to relate. And that's what a woman tends to enjoy when she finds a man that knows how to relate best to himself. It's like the byproduct is he also knows how to relate very well to her. And so the chemistry is good. The sex is good. The conversation, the quality time that you spend with each other, the touch, the chemistry, the compatibility, everything is good. You understand? So that's what it's about, man. But appreciate you guys for hanging with me. JP Burfitt, he says, Miles, be good for the night, brother. You've already gone above and beyond. No, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you guys. Remember, $sign Miles in the game, man. If y'all want to throw some love, man. $sign Miles in the game. If y'all want to throw some love at your boy. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to the Real Game No Theory crew. Coach EO 1950. Steve the Dean, Angry Man, K Zaggin, Miss Lucario, myself. Make sure y'all check us out. 12 noon on Sundays. Bernie L, appreciate you, man. You know what it is, bro. It's all love, man. And thanks for rocking with me, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'm just rambling. Let me go find this trailer so I get the fuck up out of here. Appreciate y'all, man. And always remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting something.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.